everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I am going to be moving to a bigger indoor-outdoor arena, more paddock space, everything like that. There are 4 affordable-ish barns that I'm going to be looking at today. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this is the first barn. It's not the biggest. It doesn't have any paddock space, like, at all. I would have to ride a lot of my horses, like, every day. That'd get tiring. It's not a really big stable. I thought it was going to be. But there are a lot of trails. I don't think I'm going to go with this one. As you can see, there's, like, no paddock space ever. So, yeah, we're gonna go on the next one. Okay, so second barn. It is a bigger stable. There is more paddock space. There is not an indoor arena, and I really, really wanted an indoor arena. There are some horses for sale near here. I'm probably not going to buy any of them, but I mean, that is a little helpful if I do need a new horse, like, fast, if anything. Normally you never do that, but yeah. On to the next barn. Okay, so third barn. It is beautiful. It is humongous. It has so much paddock space. It has an indoor and an outdoor arena, 2 outdoor arenas, and 2 indoor. The stable is huge. I really, really like this one, if you couldn't tell. But I still have one more to go look at. So let's go there. So, last barn. It is not as big as the other one. So much paddock space. There's, like, I don't know, a whole bunch of fields. It's right near, like, a shopping center, which is nice. It has a big barn and everything. It just doesn't have the indoor arena. So yeah, I am actually going to sleep on this and, like, come back to you in a few days. So yeah, I'll see you in a few days. Hello. It has been a few days. I have been thinking about it, and I decided to go with the huge barn. It has everything that I wanted and more. It is a little bit over my budget, but it's fine. Like, pay that off later, you know. But I need to get all the horses moved here, and then I will take you on a tour with General on the whole property. So yeah, I'll start doing that. Okay, so first, I am going to be giving you a tour of the barn and then the outside. So, let's start. Okay, so first, there is the stalls. You can see that there are, like, no bars for the horses to see through. It is, like, I think, fireproof, and the stall things are, like, the stall dividers are low, so the horses can poke their heads over and still see each other. Next, like, the doors are beautiful, but there are the little dragons on top of the posts. They're so cute. The floor is beautiful. There is a wash stall, like the old one, like, similar color, kind of the same, actually. And then there is a sink, and then a bucket. The sink for, like, filling water tubs, you know. Next, there's a wardrobe for me to change in. The bucket, I already put it there. The wardrobe, and there is a ladder, like, for reaching high places. There is a board of, like, chores, And then a board for pictures. No. Next, there is the tack room with all the new horses' bridles, which are all hanging up, new saddles that I got them, and a wheelbarrow and shovel, so I'm not chipping over them in the aisle. Then saddle pads hanging up, and like cleaning supplies and saddle bags. And of course there is a mounting block because that always helps. Across from that there is the feed room. Feed room has, like, obviously their feed, but there is feed in a bucket, a few buckets, and then main feed in the blue bucket. It's huge. It's huge right there. Then there is a sink for filling water buckets. Again, can't have too many sinks. And then there is like a feed making station. Next, there is a pitchfork and some hay, and then of course the horse's favorite shelf, some treats. And there are even more tools outside and more buckets, you know. Can never have too many of anything when you own horses. And then up here near the barn doors, there is a little table for eating at, you know, your breakfast. And then shelves that will surely be filled in the next month or two. Haven't filled them all the way yet. You know, still moving, still unpacking boxes. Another sink to wash your hands. And then a little makeup stand where I do my makeup. And another wardrobe for horse clothes. Now I'm going to be taking General out and showing you the outside. Okay, so first, when you walk out of the barn doors, there is this lovely paddock for like for lame horses. It's not that big, but it's still good, you know. And then there are some gates so you can walk through, you know, if a horse escapes, it's not too bad. And then a field of my client horses and lesson horses right in that field. And there is another gate, you know. It's so nice to open and close it. When you're on horseback, it's so easy. Next, there is a round pen. I can also just stick a horse out in there if they're on a special diet because there's barely any grass in here. As you can see, it's being used so much, there's only a tiny bit. And then there is another, like, kind of bigger stall if you have a lame horse, or it can be used as wash stall. And then there is also some outdoor stalls, which are always nice to have. Then a huge arena, an outdoor arena. And you can like set up jumps in here, and yeah. Coming out of the ring, this is my house. It is humongous. It is extremely big. Never thought I would ever get myself something like this, you know. Then there are some horses for sale. Obviously I'm not gonna buy any. I just bought Moose, so, you know. It is going to be a while until I buy another horse. Right here is where we keep our jumps and like the jump setting up things. And then right down here, I will show you the best part ever of this barn. Okay, so there is another paddock that I'll probably never use, and then some other outdoor stalls. Now, here is the indoor arena. It is huge, like the outdoor arena. And here, I'll set up some more jumps in here. Cool, they look. They're like so cool. Ooh, some like trot poles, you know. I love doing them with General. He loves doing trot poles. They're like his favorite exercise. Except jumping, you know. He's awesome at jumping. Now let's do some extended trot over these little bounces. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so now there is the dressage arena. You know, we're probably going to be doing mostly jumping, but, you know, having just an empty arena is so good to have in case you need, like, a big area to work with a horse, you know, a new horse. Next, there is another outdoor arena. It's crazy how many things this place has. Oh, and some more outdoor stalls, which are lovely. And my trailers are stored back here, you know, so I can bring them up easier because it's just a longer path. Now I'm gonna go straight back up really fast. Speedy. Okay, so over here, like near in the barn area, there are these covered outdoor stalls. I'll be using them more probably for shows and tacking up instead of having to go all the way in the barn, you know, dealing with those huge doors, you know. Would just be easier to tack up out here. So I'll probably be bringing some stuff, some like tacking up stuff and like tack out here. Yeah, like the video if you like the video, subscribe to my channel and comment, and I'll see you all in the next one.